Hello everyone, welcome to Etchcut. Today's topic is Etchcut versus Chinese etching machines because they are cheaper and everybody wanted to know why they are cheap. So today we're going to show you a comparison between Etchcut machines and Chinese machines. To start with, I would say that Chinese etching machines doesn't have any distributor across the world. And Etchcut today has 23 distributors with sales, support and service across the world, including China. Yes, we are selling our machines in China from last 2 years. And of course, you need a courage to sell your machines in China. You should be better than them, then only you can sell it to Chinese people. So we have all the facts with us today. Okay, now let me take you to the production floor and you can check it yourself. Hello and welcome to our production floor. So this is our machine, Etchcut machine. So before we start with a comparison, you might feel like it looks similar. It might look similar to many Chinese machines. It might look similar to many duplicate machines. But to start the comparison, before you buy an etching machine, look for a pump. Pump is a heart of machine, which gives you a high and a low pressure, on which the quality of production depends. We present to you our own pump. We are the world's only company who are manufacturing a pump in-house. Okay, here is a pump. Now I'm going to show you what is inside the pump. What is inside that makes it more special. This is a single mold pump. It starts from a filter. As you can see, this will save your pump from any kind of damage. So nothing can go inside because of this filter. And above the filter, there is an impeller section. There is something special about the impeller as well. As you can see, this is an inset mold. This is all titanium. And this is a special material which is chemical resistant up to 120 degrees Celsius. Now, coming to the main point, the shaft of the pump. You can see that these are the two shafts here which goes inside, and for you it might look similar to you, but my friend, one of the shaft is made of titanium and the other shaft is made of stainless steel, but yes, they look all same. So for this, to explain you how they are making money, because you know that titanium is much expensive. The grade that we are using is the highest grade in the industry for the chemicals, and what they do is they use a stainless steel shaft, and then they cover the shaft with a pipe with a plastic covering, and it will not stay long for more than 1 year. Let me show you how to find out the difference between these two shafts. Now we are doing the weight of the first shaft. You can see that it's coming 2.8, 2 kg 800 grams. Now let us do the weight of the other shaft. This is 1.6. Now you can see a difference of 1 kilo 200 grams between these two shafts. It means this one is titanium, the other one is stainless steel. Now let's come to the upper part. You can see that there is a gap between the motor and the pump. The whole pump will get submerged inside the chemical, and all the nut bolts, as you can see, these are also made from the same material. This is very important because all these will get submerged for lifetime. And now you see the upper part, which is a motor. You can see there is a 8 inches gap between the pump and the motor because there is fumes. When you run the machine, over the years, the fumes will go inside the motor and will damage the motor. By giving this gap, it will save your motor forever. Now I'll take you to the second most important part, which is the maintenance and spare parts of a machine. How come we do not have any maintenance? How come you do not need any spare parts from us? Because of the material that we use in our parts. We are world's only company who can recycle this German raw material. As you can see that in the body we are using German raw material. This is the highest grade of plastic which comes from a German brand, and they gave us 25 years of warranty on this material, and we are the only company who can recycle the scrap of this material. As you can see here, from the same material we make granules. These are granules which are made from the same material, and after granules we mold them into our spare parts. So eventually we get warranty on these parts as well, because this is the highest grade quality plastic. Even if you buy any machine, whether it is German or any other machine, you will find PP inside their machines. But this is actually a recycled material, and I must tell you that from last 8 years our company has not purchased plastic from the local market. Now you can see inside the machine, these are the conveyor wheels. These are the same color as the sheet, so we are using the same material. You can see side use. Then even the nut bolts, you can see that even we do not buy nut bolts from outside, because this is a chemical etching machine. Because of the high corrosion, after 3 years, 4 years, whenever you want to open any nut or any bolt, you know, if it is a metal or other plastic, you will not be able to open it. It will have to get damaged and then it can open. But because it's a plastic and we are making in our own factory, it makes it forever. Everywhere we're using the same bolts, even the control panel. So these parts are used. And yes, the most important thing is the sprocket gears. You can see that these gears, what we are using inside a machine, so they take a very heavy load. If you look at here, inside a machine, all the gears we are using the same raw material, and inside this shaft we are using titanium. It's all titanium inside. So this is where they are saving money, you know. If you check the market price of a titanium, the highest grade, and the stainless steel, you'll get to know that how they can save money. Of course, the stainless steel will work, but it will work only for an year, because there is a life of the covering on the stainless steel pipe or a rod. After that is over, you have to replace it. Now we'll talk about the control panel. As you can see in the picture of a Chinese etching machine, they have a control panel here at a 45-degree of angle, you know. When you're working on the machine, there are chances when chemical can go inside the control panel. And yes, there is no comparison between their panel and our panel, because in our panel we are using VFD. You can see that it's a computerized control. This is not like a fan regulator. It's actually a VFD. It's a drive. We're using a Delta company. Now the second most important thing are the switches. If you see it closely, you'll find there is a seal cap on top of every switch, and we are not using any local switch. These all switches are from Schneider company and all sealed cap. Even the air cannot go inside. So when your worker is working on a machine, you cannot tell him every time to wear gloves. If he is not wearing a glove and there is a chemical in his hand, he will put the chemical inside the switch and your warranty will be void. But from this cap, your chemical, the air cannot go inside. Now, there's another important thing here. If you look closely, this control panel is above from machine. It's about 1.5 feet distance above the machine. So there are no chances that chemical can go inside the control panel. Next point is pressure gauge. You will not find this option in any Chinese machine. This is OEM designed by Etchcut. You can see there is a green signal and a red signal. This will warn you when your chemical is getting weaker, so that you can change the chemical on time. This will save you with lot of production rejection, because if your chemical is weaker and you are still doing etching on stainless steel or any other products, your production may get damaged. Okay, our next point is loading and unloading area. You will find that in the picture in a Chinese etching machine. You will find only 4 to 5 inches of loading area. there is in our machine, in the front load, you'll get more than 12 inches as a loading area. Of course, this will save is always save money on this factor, because the size of the machine will get reduced. It's just not only the front area, we have the bigger backside area as well. You can see that. So it makes more convenient. And on the back side of the machine, you will see a safety extension tray. This will help you, because all the plates, all the sheets which are coming from the conveyor, they also carry chemical with it. So all the chemical which is coming along with the plate will go back inside the tank. You can see that all the chemical will get accumulated here, and all the chemical water will go back to the tank. So nothing will get split at the bottom of floor. So this will save your sheets to fall down on the floor. Now this is the biggest factor where they are saving money. We are using a Simona material which is made in Germany, and they gave us 25 years of warranty. Of course, it's expensive material. It's the highest grade used for ferric chloride and nitric acid, whereas the Chinese machines are used in local PP material. Of course, it's a plastic, so there is no harm to the machine from the chemical. But yes, we are talking about life. If you see any Chinese machine, you will see that from the bottom it start getting broader. But this machine made from this German material will always remain straight as you are looking at it right now. Okay, as you can see in a Chinese etching machine picture, there is a single handle, and whenever you have to clean the jet, you always have to bring the glass down and then you can clean it. But in our machine, if you see that, we have a system where you just open it and you can hold it with this. Now you can see that. Now it's very easy to work inside the machine. Of course, there are less chances for the glass to get damaged. I mean, of course, these are the small things, but makes a lot of difference when working in a production, because jet cleaning has to be done every day. Now have a look on the picture on the right side. You can see the conveyor wheels. The Chinese etching machines have a rubber wheels, and whenever there is a hot chemical, they always lose the gap. There is always a gap between the rubber wheels. Now, as you can see in the picture, whereas in our machine, we have made a die in such a way that these wheels get interlocked with each other. So there are no chances that there is a difference of gap. If you have a gap difference, then there are chances that then your sheet can fall down inside the tank. Now, another thing, if you notice, we do not have rubber covers also. We're using silicone on top of it. This will help to keep the sheet straight all through the way from front to the back side. Now in Chinese etching machine, you can see that there is no window on the right side. There is no window. There is no way you have access inside the machine. If there is anything gets stuck, if you want to clean the machine, you have no access. The only option with you is you have to open from the top and clean it from the top and go inside. But in this case, we have given an option. You have an access. You just need to open this. It is based on a silicone vacuum, so there can be no leakage. And there's one more thing that you can see here. There is a filter inside the machine. You will not find a filter. This filter will help you to keep your chemicals safe from any kind of metal adulteration. All the glass that we're using in our machines are all toughened glass. As you can see that these are sandblasted as well. So, of course, it has less chances of getting damaged in the transportation. Okay, as you can see in the picture on the right side in a Chinese etching machine, it is directly on the floor. Whereas in our machine, you can see that the machine is lifted up to 3 to 4 inches of level. This is because of a leveler. This is a very important part of the machine. This leveler, let me show you here. This leveler will help you adjust the level of the chemical. If your floor is not level and pump will not get enough chemical, then you will lose the pressure. So this level will help you to levelize the machine and adjust the pressure of the chemical. It's a very fine part of the machine and it's very important. Loading and unloading is a very important part of any machine, since these machines are made of plastics and are welded together. So if you cannot load it and unload it through hydraulics or stackers, it becomes very difficult and there are chances of getting damage. Our machines are designed as per the international norms, and you just have to put your stacker inside and you can take your machines anywhere. And you can see that this is a 400 kg of machine and you can take it anywhere without any damage. Now, as you can see in the picture, in a Chinese etching machine, they're using a square pipe which is welded together. It has a very lesser life because welding tends to come out. Whereas in our case, we are using a PPR pipe which is a highest grade and a thickest core, with the thickest core. So, of course, this is much better, has more life in comparison to welded pipes. We are using the most advanced system in gears. As you can see in the picture, in a Chinese etching machine, they are using bevel gears, whereas we are using snowflake gears. This is the advanced technology, and of course we are using the advanced material in the gears because this is where it holds the whole load. The total lot load of your material, of your sheets which you are etching, comes on these gears. So this, if you find it online, you will find that the snowflake is the latest technology, is the advanced gear technology. We are coming back to the pump. You can see that it is covered from the top. It will show you the direction of the pump. It is very important. If you run in a wrong direction, you might damage the pump from inside. And the most important here, what I'm trying to show you, is how we have covered the motor. After you run a Chinese etching machine for maybe 3 months or 4 months, you'll find that the top cover of the motor will get damaged, will get rusted or get oxidized. But because of this cover, it will save your motor from any chemical or any fumes. Okay, this is a very important part, which is an electrical. As you can see, we use only branded electricals. Why this is so important? Whenever you have a problem inside the machine, the only way to solve out is to find the right part. And when you buy a Chinese etching machine, you will not find that part in your country. Whereas we use only international brands like Hager, L&T and Schneider. These brands are locally available in your country. You just have to give them this part number. That's it. And these are all high quality parts. So generally they don't get damaged so easily. So this means that you are not dependent on a distributor. You are not dependent on us for any kind of replacements. Whereas in Chinese etching machines, they are all controlled through motherboards or a local MCB and local contractors, which are difficult to find. One more thing, if you notice here, all the wires are marked with numbers. So we'll give you a schematic drawing, whereas you will never get any kind of electrical diagrams from any Chinese manufacturer. When you buy a machine from a company, you get a serial number. Every serial number indicates what you have bought. So doesn't matter if a distributor is not giving you a warranty or is not giving you a service. You just give us the serial number and we'll find out what is there inside this machine. Okay, we have integrated our blower connection inside the control panel, so that when you switch on the machine, the blower will automatically get switched on. Whereas in the Chinese etching machine, you will not find any kind of integration. You have to put a separate MCB or a blower. And I'm not sure whether they supply a blower or not. Now I present you our cutting edge technology. This is patented by our company, Etchcut. You will not find this technology with any other manufacturer, let it be Chinese, American or German machines. This technology advantage is a low power consumption and a portable size. This technology is really cutting edge in terms of high precision. When we are doing high precision exposure, this machine is very useful, as this technology depends on iodine technology. This is not just UV, it's a very advanced technology in UV. And the advantage of buying this machine starts from its power consumption and the space saving. You can put it just on top of any oven. If I show you the dimensions of this exposure, you will see that it takes only 9 inches of space. Now I'll give you another advantage of buying this machine. This machine is a double side exposure machine. Those customers who want to buy a single side exposure machine, we will give you the same machine without light, but it will have the same electricals. So in future, whenever you want to buy a double side exposure machine, you do not have to sell this machine. You just buy light from us and this machine will become a double side exposure machine without our help, because all electricals, all control panels, everything is designed for double side exposure. So this will save you a lot of time and money. And on the other hand, if you see Chinese or any other manufacturer who are making exposure machines, they are selling 2 separate machines. If you see their single side exposure machine, the size would be at least 6 feet by 4 feet. And same way, if you see the double side exposure machine, the length of the machine would be around 7 feet, height of the machine would be around 6 feet, and width of the machine would be at least 3.5 feet for 2 by 2 exposure. Whereas we are using rapid exposure 24 here, and you can see that the space which is consumed is 27 by 29 inches by 9 inches of height. So this technology really has cutting edge in comparison to other machines. Now if I talk about the example of power consumption, this is our testing station of chemical pumps. Every pump that is manufactured here in our factory will come to this testing station. Here we are using ferric chloride inside the tank. So we run your pump before selling you a machine. This pump comes here and it runs for 7 days without giving any rest. And we check the reading 3 times a day. As you can see here, it has a pressure gauge. So this is a real-time testing. Every pump goes through 7 days of running in ferric chloride. If there is a problem with the pump, then we can open it here and check it. Otherwise, this pump will go to the machine and then we run it with water.